When a killer vlogs his murders, Peter Keller. Lynette Keller is expressing her deep appreciation and affection for her husband, Peter Keller. She describes him as incredibly sweet, nice, and supportive. According to Lynette, Peter not only spoils her, but is also an amazing and thoughtful husband. The couple seem to share a strong bond and a loving family. The significant and somewhat surprising part of the story is when Lynette mentions that the scariest part is that she was right about Peter being an incredible person. This suggests that sometimes people may doubt or find it hard to believe that someone can be as wonderful as Peter appears to be. The fact that Peter loved Lynette at first sight and expressed his desire to marry her within the first month of their relationship adds a romantic and intense dimension to their love story. Lynette Keller initially expressed that she wasn't actively seeking marriage. However, Peter Keller was persistent and determined in pursuing her. Despite Lynette's initial reservations, Peter continued to shower her with love, care, and affection, demonstrating his commitment and the quality of his character. Over time, Lynette began to realize the depth of Peter's virtues and recognize him as a great man. When Peter eventually proposed to Lynette, it was a moment of immense joy for her, and she felt incredibly lucky to have him in her life. Their love story culminated in marriage, and they started a family together, welcoming a beautiful daughter named Sen. Despite Peter's demanding work schedule and his hard work ethic, he managed to be an ever-present father and husband. This speaks to his dedication to his family. Peter's commitment went beyond providing financially. He actively participated in important milestones in their lives. He attended his daughter Sen's high school graduation, showcasing his support for her achievements. Moreover, Peter demonstrated his unwavering support for Lynette during challenging times. When Lynette faced medical issues that prevented her from working, Peter stepped in as a supportive partner. He embraced the role of a provider and ensured that Lynette could be a stay-at-home mom during this period. The narrative suggests that despite Peter Keller's outward appearance as an amazing and supportive husband, there was an internal struggle or battle within his mind that no one else, including Lynette, was aware of. The description mentions an avalanche of thoughts that people couldn't possibly comprehend. These internal struggles eventually led Peter to do something described as bizarre, scariest, and most shocking. The text deliberately leaves the details of Peter's internal conflict and the subsequent shocking act ambiguous, creating a sense of suspense and mystery. The phrase "one logical question" implies that the outcome of Peter's internal struggles raises a significant and perplexing query, possibly hinting at an unexpected and tragic turn of events. Peter Keller's past is revealed to be marked by difficult circumstances. He grew up with terrible, absent parents, and he developed a strong dislike for his own appearance. These early experiences led to feelings of inadequacy, making him believe he wasn't good-looking enough to find love or success in life. Despite these challenges, Peter managed to persuade Lynette to marry him, seemingly driven by a fear that he might never find happiness or companionship if she rejected him. As their life together progressed, new challenges emerged. Lynette fell ill, and her health issues significantly impacted Peter's life. He had to bear the financial burden of medical expenses and the challenges of caring for an unwell spouse. This situation seemed to contribute to Peter's growing frustration and dissatisfaction, but he chose not to voice his concerns or complaints openly. Peter's childhood experiences of isolation and a desire to be away from everyone manifested later in life. Despite having a family and appearing to lead a normal life, Peter harbored a dark and twisted wish from his youth. He wanted to be completely alone, away from society and all the pain he felt. In his early 40s, Peter finally had the means to bring this twisted childhood dream to life. Secretly, Peter dedicated significant time and effort to building an underground bunker deep in the woods away from civilization. He named it Camp Killer. While maintaining the facade of a loving father and husband, as well as a responsible employee, Peter would retreat to his secret bunker to be alone. This secret project became a hidden aspect of his life, unknown to his family, friends, neighbors, and colleagues. The narrative sets the stage for a foreboding revelation, hinting at the sinister and evil nature of Peter's plan. The term Camp Killer suggests a chilling purpose behind the construction of the underground bunker, leaving the reader intrigued and anxious about what comes next in this dark and twisted tale. Peter Keller's disturbing hobby of recording videos took a dark turn as he began documenting the construction of his secret underground bunker, which he ominously named Camp Killer. While initially his videotaping seemed like a harmless way to capture family moments, it became a sinister tool for his twisted plan. Throughout the recording process, Peter provided cryptic hints and expressions of his troubled state of mind. He spoke candidly to the camera, revealing deep-seated issues stemming from his difficult childhood and upbringing. Despite not explicitly stating his plan, Peter alluded to a significant event, using phrases like "the most curious thing" and acknowledging the possibility of getting caught. As the construction of the bunker progressed, Peter's video diaries hinted at a growing anticipation for the execution of his plan. He made vague references to the day, drawing closer, and expressed disbelief at what he was about to do. This created a sense of suspense and foreboding, leaving viewers, including Lynette, unaware of the true nature of his intentions. The last video, recorded approximately 2 weeks before the planned action, adds an element of urgency and finality to his recordings. It appears that Peter was methodically documenting the lead-up to a significant event without explicitly revealing the details of his plan. In the early hours of April 22, 2012, neighbors observed a fire at the Keller residence and promptly called the fire department. Upon arrival, firefighters discovered the house ablaze and, during their efforts to extinguish the flames, stumbled upon an alarming scene. Lynette and Sen Keller, Peter's wife and daughter, were found unconscious with bullet holes in their foreheads, having evidently been shot. Shockingly, Peter was nowhere to be found, and investigators later uncovered evidence suggesting a deliberate attempt to cover up the crime. Skillets placed in the microwave hinted at an intended explosion, which could have endangered the lives of responders. Additionally, a withdrawal of $6,200 from the family bank account indicated possible financial trouble or Peter's intention to flee. A stroke of luck occurred when investigators discovered an undamaged hard drive containing recordings made by Peter, shedding light on the disturbing events leading up to this tragic incident. The disturbing truth behind Peter Keller's meticulously planned crime came to light as investigators discovered his intention to build a bunker, take the lives of his wife and daughter, and burn all evidence before retreating to his secluded life. Unbeknownst to his family, Peter harbored deep-seated resentment and a desire to live alone, seeing them as burdens. The subsequent manhunt revealed his elaborate hiding spot in the woods. Despite challenges, authorities narrowed down his location using information from his recordings. Finally, they discovered Peter's underground bunker, filled with supplies for long-term isolation. Attempts to smoke him out or use grenades failed, leading them to cautiously approach. Inside, they found Peter's lifeless body, suggesting he had taken his own life upon realizing capture was imminent. The tragic end of Peter Keller, an emotionally disturbed man battling anxiety and chronic depression, left everyone, including his own family, unaware of the darkness within him. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon.